Alright guys, thought I'd bring you an update. Got the Mad Beast here. Also wanted to give you guys a bit of a, I don't know, whatever tip or something. I've noticed with these brushless controllers, with his truck, this big truck, and my Wheelie King, that it seems that the brushless controller itself has like a torque limiter. And like for instance, you've seen how this truck runs, and you will see more, of course. And the Wheelie King was the same, just insane amounts of torque. But if you were to give it full throttle in the air, it doesn't seem to spin up the tires with the full force that it's capable of. They'll hit top speed, but it won't accelerate like it does when you put it on the ground, you know, like basically in theory these tires are so big and heavy that if it was to put down the torque that it put down on the ground, it would probably almost do a half backflip just with you holding on to it. It would probably raise the front end completely just from the torque it has, and I have never seen that happen. Even with my Wheelie King in four-wheel drive, if I hold it by the center bar on the pivot point and just give it, it like barely even rocks. Then you put it on the ground with some grip and it'll just flip right on its back, or you know, just fry the friggin' tires like this thing does. So I wanted to give you guys that tip, that if your gear ratio is like too high or your batteries are slightly too weak, like these BQYs, you won't get full potential of your system. Also, heat of the motor and EC can be caused by weak batteries. I learned this very quickly when I got my Mamba 5700 system and tried running it off 8800 mAh worth of laptop batteries, which was nowhere near enough. And the controller just got extremely hot, and so did the motor. And then as I started building up the batteries, the controller and motor started running cooler and cooler because they weren't fighting for amps. The amps were there, so it wasn't like fighting for power. It was all there when it wanted it, which ended up in the system running a lot cooler. And the fans didn't have anything to do with it, because I had, like right from day one when I had 8800 mAh, I had a giant Intel friggin' CPU fan on it. And the same with when I was running like 21,000 mAh worth of batteries. It was just an AMD CPU fan, basically same thing. AMD fan was actually smaller. So I thought I'd give you guys those tips. This truck's doing great, the Beast. I need a stronger steering servo, but it hasn't broken or anything. It's just a little on the weak side. Definitely got some looseness in the steering system here that I'm gonna have to tighten up. The BQYs are a bit on the weak side, but for the price and the hour runtime, I'm not gonna complain. Here, I'll change angles so you don't get the glare. Yeah, I got the new transmission in the truck, so that's awesome. Got that in there. Don't worry about that. That's just a pin that either fell out or stripped. One of the pins in the rear drive line has either popped or fell out. And that's about it. Also, kind of fried the slipper. You guys will hear about that and see it if you watch my videos. Haven't actually broke anything, well, except for the pin, but that may have just fell out. It could be gone completely. I didn't Loctite any of my pins. I was just a little eager to get it running and test out my diff and solid transmission. Got the new body. I got a blue Mad Beast body with no stickers, so I gotta get some stickers. So that's mine. And Nathan's my brother's. He's got a lot going on, actually. He just moved into a house and went halves with someone. So he actually just bought a house, so he's got a lot of like renovations to do. He's got equipment to, or not equipment, but like dishwashers and stuff to put in, you know, stuff like that. So he didn't really have a lot of money to play with, but we finally got him the aluminum hub carriers for the redcat. Got a fan blade missing. We're gonna have to replace that fan. So we got the new hub carriers, replace the hub that I broke. I paid for that since I broke it. And he also got a new body. I can't show you guys with the stickers or anything because it's his body and it's even a sealed bag, so I'm not even gonna open it. But as you can somewhat see, it's basically a 110 Mad Beast body with the silver and black, as you can see there. So basically it's the same as mine, but miniature. So that could be cool. Wait till he gets all the stickers on that, and then we'll have to show you guys. So I thought I'd give you that update, and I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming running videos. Hopefully I can find the other 2 tires for this and get it put together so Nathan can run his truck. Isn't that another one of those Tower Pro servos? I don't know, the sticker's gone. That could be just like the stock redcat servo, I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll keep you guys updated. All the batteries seem to be fine. I checked them a couple weeks ago. Everything's still holding voltage as it should be. So it shouldn't be too long and he will be able to play with his again. Fucking thing's heavy. I think it was 8 pounds or 9 when we weighed it back when I was running with my 10-pound Wheelie King. So yeah, that's the updates for that. The Beast is basically done now that it has the 2nd gear transmission, so I'm going to start on my Wheelie King again. Get that thing rebuilt. I miss playing with my Wheelie King. And yeah, we'll get Nate back together, and we will definitely let you know if there are any other weak points on the redcat. I don't think so. Me and him checked a bunch of reviews and all this good stuff, and basically everybody said the same thing. The main weak point on this truck is the rear hub carrier. A bunch of guys were breaking axles, but I guess they didn't realize what the problem was. And the problem is that the shocks, actually the dog bones bind up if you bottom out the shocks. So what me and my bro did, well, yeah, we put some rubbers in there. As you can see, there's a bunch of rubber in there, which I think the technical term for is bump stops. So you can't actually bottom out the dog bones to the point of binding, because that's the only reason they were having issues turning, is because when it got low enough, they actually bind up in the cups. CVDs would probably fix that, but we don't really have a problem with that. So he's just going to run the stock dog bones until he either decides to run the CVDs or just decides to stay with the stock ones. So anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, I'm going to start on the Wheelie King. I have to buy a controller, and I'm probably going to buy another Mamba 5700 motor, Castle motor, because I like Castle motors. That motor I had lasted like, I think it was 1.5 years or 2 years, and I tore it apart thinking the motor was garbage, and technically it wasn't. It was the shit Traxxas spur gears, or pinion gears. But I mean, the bearings in it were just totally shot anyway, so it was gonna go. And the new ones, you can replace the bearings. And also, it was a 2-pole motor, I think, and the new ones are 4 or 6-pole. So there should be more torque, smoother accel, all that wonderful stuff. And I plan on putting a 200 amp controller on it for a 100 amp motor, so Should be awesome. Motor's probably gonna get hotter than hell. I still got the little pretty blue heatsink for it, so definitely gonna get that truck running again. I'll be putting the same amount of batteries on it that it had, only this time the batteries are all brand new. I already have them. Yep, 21,000 May worth of brand new laptop batteries, and I mean brand new, like still in the bags. So I have the batteries. All I need is a controller, motor, and basically a whole rolling chassis. So that's like 300 bucks. But I'll get started on it, guys, and I'll keep you updated.